Well, three major things happened recently with President Donald Trump that you need to be aware of. In fact, these three things were so powerful and important that the Democrats initiated a major attack last night that is unleashing all hell on Donald Trump. But before I get into the report, check out my partner at backupsolarbank.com. You see, thousands have gone missing in national parks in unexplained and unusual situations. There are stories of hikers being found miles and miles away from where they originally started. We even have conspiracy theorists out there blaming it on everything from aliens to Bigfoot to even paranormal activity. Regardless of the reason why they go missing, had they been better prepared, they may not have ended up in that situation. This is why I recommend Backup Solar Bank. It's a massive battery that can charge your cell phone several times over, and it is powered by the sun. So check it out at backupsolarbank.com. It's also in the description box below, and use the promo code JULY to get 15% off. All right. So let's dive into these three major things surrounding Donald Trump that happened just prior to last night when Democrats and their Democratic-controlled agencies unleashed all hell on Donald Trump yet again. Let's start with number one here, and I've talked about this on Restricted Republic, but here it is. Breitbart. Donald Trump on Schedule F executive order to drain the swamp. We need to fire the swamp. Now, I'm going to just kind of give you an overall assessment of what happened here. Basically, Donald Trump says, when I become president again, and if I run in 2024, I am going to use the Schedule F executive order to make it okay for me to fire people within the federal government. And I say a big fat amen to that. In other words, he can actually drain the swamp now. You know, people within the FBI, the DOJ, those organizations that corruptly have been in bed and working with the Democrat Party. Well, obviously, this is one of the main things that caused the Democrats and FBI and DOJ and federal agencies to unleash all hell on him last night. I can't wait to get into that, but that's just number one that pissed them off. Number two here is this little article that recently came out, and this is on WashingtonTimes.com. Danchenko helped the FBI cast a very wide net for Donald Trump. And what this is describing here in this report is basically Danchenko said, hey, I'm going to help the FBI by making this thing so big that we can look into any and everything ever that Donald Trump has done, from his phone records to his emails to his friends to his families, everything, until we can find some little bit of information on this Russia hoax that we're concocting. So in other words, they left nothing undone. And unlike, it's not even legal what they did here, they cast a net so wide it would be impossible not to find something that you can kind of link in some way. And now they're at it yet again, just like they're doing with this one-sided show trial of January 6th. But that's the second thing that came out around this same time. And the third thing is this right here. Take a look at WashingtonTimes.com. This is huge. Whistleblower reveals FBI wrongly labeled Hunter Biden evidence as disinformation. Now, why would they want to do that? Well, FBI's officially inaccurately labeled verified evidence against Hunter Biden, as disinfo. Bureau whistleblowers told lawmaker Senator Charles E. Grassley revealed on Monday. In a letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland and FBI Director Christopher Wray, Mr. Grassley said the office has been contacted by current and former highly credible whistleblowers who described how the FBI improperly sought to discredit Hunter Biden's case by labeling verified and verifiable derogatory information about the president's son as disinformation, which means by inaccurately labeling the evidence as disinfo, investigative activity in Hunter Biden probe was brought to a halt by FBI officials. Distraction, by the way. Look at here. Look at Donald Trump. Look at this. Let's just ignore the whistleblowers that came out from these federal bureaucracy agencies saying, hey, You purposefully covered up information, not to mention what that could have done. I'm going to just pause right there, stop my train of thought because I don't want to go there. But that said, I mean, wow, 3 major things. Of course, they don't want you to know that they labeled it disinfo, halting the entire investigation. Why would they, But thank God, and I mean thank God, some of these whistleblowers are finally coming out. But hey, that really ticked off the Democrats. They can't have the Democrats looking bad if Trump decides to run for president in 2024. So what do? They unleash all hell after those 3 major things come out. First being that Donald Trump can fire the swamp now if he becomes president. The second thing, that Dushenko made the investigation so wide, you could have found anything they wanted to make it what they wanted. And third, they covered information by labeling it disinfo at the FBI to halt investigation on a Democrat, specifically the son of Joe Biden, right? So what do? They unleash more hell on Trump, kind of like they have always done. Let's go here on FoxNews.com. AG Garland refuses now to rule out prosecuting Trump for January 6th. Gee, where was he on the Hunter Biden story and the covering up of, labeling Hunter Biden's information as disinfo? Not a word on that. We're just going to focus on Donald Trump. The article goes on to state this, and this is what he actually said. AG Merrick Garland did not rule out the possibility of prosecuting former President Trump for the events of January 6th. Now, he sat down with NBC Nightly, and here's what he had to say when he asked if it could create further division. And here's what he said, and I quote, "We intend to hold everyone accountable. Anyone who was criminally responsible for the events surrounding January 6th for any attempt to interfere with the lawful transfer of power from one administration to another. Accountable, that's what we do." Sorry, he is not accountable at all. But moving on, he further goes on and states this, quote, "I think that this is an important part that we do not downgrade or suppress how important that day was. And I think that the hearings did an extremely good job of reminding us, and for people who don't know it in the first place, telling us how important that was that day." In other words, all hail the J6 committee, who was a one-sided show trial. Why is he hailing? Because they're obviously one-sided bunch of BS. But hey, right at that same time, then we get a breaking report. Biden, DOJ, opening up an investigation on Trump. That's the hell that was unleashed on us last night. Merrick Garland unleashed it, and now we've got Biden, DOJ, has opened up a criminal investigation into Trump for J6 actions. Let me just pause. Crickets on Hunter Biden? Crickets on Hillary Clinton, crickets on Clapper and Comey and the whole 9 yards. But hey, let's just go back here. Now, the article goes on and states this. In the Biden administration's latest attempt to prevent Trump from taking another run at the presidency, the DOJ is now investigating Trump's conversations and his phone records surrounding his claim that the 2020 election should have gone in his favor as part of their criminal probe. This is separate from the J6 efforts. Witnesses who are being questioned before a grand jury include aides to former VP Mike Pence, have been asked about conversations and communications between then President Trump and those close to him who were investigating the electoral results in key battle states after the 2020 general election. Now, that was put out by the Washington Post, and it goes on and it states Trump was interested in putting together alternative slates of electors that could vote in his favor in the Electoral College should results of lawsuits and recounts turn the tide of the votes in his favor. At issue are Trump's communications with Pence, who presided over the certification of the Electoral College votes for Biden, as well as Trump's conversations with his attorneys about what he could and couldn't do under the circumstances. Now, those attorney privileges are supposed to be kept between you and your client, but I digress. It goes on. The Washington Post cites anonymous sources who state that the DOJ is looking at, quote, seditious conspiracy and conspiracy to obstruct government proceedings, as well as potential fraud associated with the false electoral scheme or with pressure Trump and his allies allegedly put on the Justice Department and others who falsely claim that the election was rigged and votes were fraudulently counted. Where does some of that sound familiar? Seditious conspiracy and conspiracy to obstruct government proceedings. Oh, yeah. The impeachment junk from the Democrats. Where have we heard that before? He attempted to obstruct justice with Russia and Russia collusion. And yeah, it's back up again. I'm so tired of this. I am so tired. Isn't it a coincidence that right after those three major things come out, right after, bang, here comes the Vipers. The FBI, the DOJ, Merrick Garland. We're going after you, Donald Trump. This is not a fair system. I am sick of it. This is why we need Schedule F, by the way. It's bull. Come after you with everything we got because you're going to fire some of us if you get in. Yeah, because you're not doing your job. You have become a political weapon. The FBI, the DOJ, a lot of our departments, unfortunately, let's just be honest here, they have been weaponized by the Biden administration to do their bidding against his political opponents. And who is his biggest political opponent? Donald J. Trump. And so after information comes out about Hunter Biden and information of some of the things Donald Trump can do and about the Russia collusion net, bang. He uses his weapon, the Justice Department, to go after his opposition. Anyhow, I love all of you. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven signing out.